Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in now, we're still down here at Kingsway Mall for the Ready to Shine 3 fashion show. And I have Jay doing my hair, at least fluffing it a little bit. I felt left out because beautiful May over here is getting all the curls put in. At the top of the show, you saw some of the models doing the walk, getting some training there. We're going to check back in with them and see some of the fashion, so stick around for that. But coming up next, we're going to meet some of Alberta's up-and-coming farmers with Tim Dancy.
It's a common issue in at least 23 countries around the world. What's the future of commercial farming?
How can we do this better? How can we cooperate better? And how can we become more profitable?
I think the average age of the farmer in Canada right now is about 55 years and older. And so we have a huge succession plan that needs to happen in the next 10 years.
Robert Dixon and Sarah Ray are among those who chose not to leave the family farm, as scores of farm children have in recent years. Unlike previous generations, they are part of a growing movement to modernize industry thinking.
We're coming up on 9 billion people in this world to feed, and we need to do that by cooperating from a producer standpoint, from a consumer standpoint.
Dixon estimates Canadian farmers receive an average of 14 cents on the dollar for their part in food production. Just part of a challenge in that business.
Part of the challenge that we face is, as young farmers, about 70% of us have to have off-farm jobs. The capital costs that it costs to get into it are massive, and on top of that, the profit margins are just not there.
The sheer cost of capital is substantial. The cost of land, equipment, and input costs continue to rise every year. And so as an operation and a business, you're challenged with that every year.
But more young farmers are getting into the game and are educated, open to communications and solid business practices in a high-debt, risky industry.
A lot of agriculture is based on commodities, and so depending on where your commodity's at that point in time, is it worthwhile, is it not? How has environmental factors affected you? Droughts affect operations in different ways, and so we see years where cattle might struggle more, years where grain may struggle more. Not
all the answers are in, but the need for change in how farmers operate is here.
There's corporate structures where the sort of the co-op structure where young farmers can join together and work as one unit and share some of that cost. But there's still a struggle because no matter what, there needs to be a transaction to that next generation.
We're starting to ask questions in ag about, are we doing everything the right way? Is it the way that our parents did it? Is the way that the generation before us operated their business, utilized the land the right way? Is it the best way to run a business?
We're reaching a new age of farming, and I think it's a perfect opportunity for consumers and farmers to rejoin together and look at it and say, how can we work together to create a food system that's desirable to both people?
People are coming back and want to fight to make a way to figure that out.
The future of family farming depends on it. I'm Tim Dancy.
Thanks for that, Tim. Okay, I'm still here with Jay, and we're actually going to talk with Jay a little bit now because he's done a lot of runway fashion, at least the hair part of things. And Jay, what are most designers looking for when they want their models to be done up for one of these things?
Well, we want things to be really perfect, really quick, polished, and really shiny.
Right.
So curls got to be voluminous, very detailed, and things have to be done very quickly in a very short amount of time.
Exactly. It's not like when you're dealing with a regular client that comes in, they got their coffee, you're talking about them, about their grandchildren or whatever it might be, just getting an update with their life. No, it's like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, for runways, especially for runways, everything has to be fast. Sometimes you can chit-chat with the model, but usually it's like, you sit in my chair and we're just going to do this.
Wonderful. And tell us a little bit about some of the work that you've done in fashion.
I've done the Western Canada Fashion Week, and I've done some education. As an educator, I teach across Canada.
Wonderful. Excellent. What do you think we should do with my hair today?
I think we should leave it down. You
All
look
right.
great like this already.
Oh,
so.
You're so sweet. Well, thanks, Jay. We're going to take a quick break and go. Stick with us. We'll be right back.